Hey everybody, myself Dr. Deepak Arya, and today we'll talk about ear infections in case of dogs and cats. So firstly we'll talk about the causes, then how we can identify ear infections, and lastly we'll talk about the treatment, that how we can treat ear infections in case of dogs and cats. So without wasting our time, let's go for the video and see that how we can do all this. So firstly we'll talk about the causes. First cause is breed. Well, those dogs which have long dropping ears, for example, it's Labrador, Beagle, Basset Hounds, and Cocker Spaniels. Those dogs are more prone to ear infections because their ears are dropping and air cannot pass through them, and fungal infection happens in those dogs if not treated in a proper way. Second, it may be due to pollens and due to allergies. Allergies may be due to smoke. So this is the second thing. Thirdly, if we give frequent bath to our dogs and we are not cleaning his ears properly, then in that case moisture gets trapped inside the ears and leads to fungal plus bacterial infection. Next is due to rainy season. If the dog is very fond of going into the rains, some dogs likes a lot, then in that case, if moisture gets trapped inside or directly water goes inside, rainwater into the ear, then ear infection develops in case of dogs. And what happens is, in case of humans, if water goes inside the ears, then there are a lot of ways by which they can remove their water from the ear. But dogs and cats cannot tell. And this is the main reason why, that if water gets trapped inside, then in that case, it will definitely lead to bacterial fungal infection if you do not look into that. Next is dryness, and in case of dryness you will see that there is scaling on the ear and there is pungent smell coming out of the ear, and dog scratches a lot, which confirms that there is some cause of ear infection in which is developing inside the dog's ears. So how to identify that dog is having ear infection? See, firstly, he will walk with a tilted head. He will walk like this. Secondly, he will shake his head a lot while walking. Thirdly, very pungent smell will come from the dog's ears wherever he sits near you or nearby you. If you open the dog's ears or you see his ear thoroughly, then in that case you will see that on the external ear there is a lot of reddishness comes out over there. And lastly, you will see that some kind of oozy or pussy discharge is also coming out of the ear. It may be bloody discharge, it may be some kind of pussy discharge. So if some kind of pus is oozing out and ear is red, then dog has developed that bacterial and maybe fungal infection. So he needs immediate medical attention. So last is the precaution and treatment part. Well, whenever you give bath to your dog, and if your dog goes out in the rainy season, then whenever he comes inside, clean his ears with tissue paper, not with cotton or anything else, only with tissue papers, because tissue papers are the best absorbent I know. Well, in that case, you take some kind of paper like this and just fold it like this, and this can be done at home also, and it will not affect the eardrum, or you will not damage the ear. Just take some tissue paper like this, make it like this, and just put it inside the ear, and it will absorb all the water whatsoever is there. So this is the first thing which you can do. If you see that there is scaling on the inner side of the ear, then apply some coconut oil on the inner side of the ear before he starts scratching. So this will give him a lot of relief, and that scaling will vanish. Thirdly, if you find that there is some reddishness inside the ear, and if some pus discharge is also coming, then in that case you can take some mustard oil and say about 50 ml, add about say 10 to 15 grams of garlic in it, and just boil it. After boiling for 5 to 10 minutes, when smell of garlic is coming out of that mustard oil, then after that sieve that liquid, and whatsoever liquid you have got after sieving, then put 4 to 5 drops of those liquid inside the ear and 4 to 5 drops on the external ear. Yes, and just spread it with the finger and you need to do this in both the ears with different fingers. Here like this and here with another finger. And this you should do at least thrice a day for 3 to 4 days. If the treatment is good enough or if the infection is not so bad, then in that case these three things, tissue paper and some coconut oil and this mustard oil, these will help. So these are the things which we can do, and if you don't find results with these things, then in that case allopathic medicines have to intervene, and in that case doctor's advice is must. And doctor may suggest you ofloxacin, clotrimazole or betamethasone or salicylic acid, whatsoever suits or whatsoever he thinks is best for the dog at that particular time. So this is all for today. So I hope the video was useful for you and you will take advantage of that. Thank you.